Welcome to this video where we will set up and use the Impinj R700 Antenna Hub. This antenna hub enables each antenna port on an R700 RFID reader to connect up to 8 RFID antennas, which means that one 4-port RFID reader can connect to up to 32 RFID antennas. The R700 Antenna Hub is actually more cost-effective and easier to set up than the Impinj Speedway Antenna Hub because it doesn't require the purchase or use of a GPIO adapter. Today we're going to set up our Impinj R700 RAIN RFID reader with the Impinj R700 Antenna Hub and demonstrate connecting and using the antenna hub with 2 RFID antennas. In order to get started with this antenna hub, we need a few items: the Impinj R700 RFID reader, a compatible power supply or PoE adapter, the Impinj R700 Antenna Hub, one RPTNC male to SMA male cable to connect our reader to the antenna hub, 2 Vulcan RFID S9025PL RFID antennas, 2 N-type male to SMA male RFID antenna cables to connect our antennas to our antenna hub. With the R700 and 1 RFID antenna hub, you're able to connect to 11 RFID antennas, 8 via the antenna hub and 3 via the additional RFID Reader Antenna Ports. If you want to connect to more RFID antennas than the 2 we will be connecting to today, simply add additional RFID antennas and antenna cables to your list. However, if you need to connect to more than 11, you will need to add an additional RFID antenna hub. In this case, you will need to add one of each of these items. Before you plug in your reader, first we need to do all of our cable connections. Hardware setup. First, we will connect our antenna hub to our R700 reader via an RPTNC male to SMA male cable, like this. Now we will connect our 2 Vulcan RFID S9025PL antennas using an N-type male to SMA male cable, like this. Now plug in your Impinj R700 RFID reader and let it get started powering up. Web UI. Once your reader is ready to go, jump into the web UI, which is http://impinj- and the last 6 digits of your reader's MAC address, located on the side of your Impinj reader. Type in the username, which is root, and the password, which is lowercase impinj. When you are in the web UI, double check that your reader is running on the firmware version 7.3 or later. If not, you can simply download a firmware update via the link on screen now and in the description below. In the Antenna Hub section, click on Enable, and then click the Reboot button for the changes to take effect. The web UI will count down from 60, and then reboot the reader and the web UI, which should take a couple of minutes. Once your web UI comes back up, you can then open the Connections page by clicking the text Show Connections and then clicking Check Connections. If your antenna hub is connected correctly, an image of the antenna hub should appear over the R700 and correlate to the antenna port it is connected to. Once you see that antenna hub image, your antenna hub is connected properly. ItemTest. Open ItemTest and connect to your reader by clicking on the plus sign next to Data Sources. Input your reader's hostname or IP address in the hostname box, and then click Add Data Source. If you need more information on downloading, setting up, and using ItemTest, check out our video downloading, installing, and using ItemTest via the link on screen now, also available in the description below. Our reader has now been added, and when we click on the reader's hostname under Data Sources, we can see that ItemTest is aware that our antenna hub is enabled because it has placed 32 antennas in our antennas box. Instead of enabling all 32 antennas on my antenna hub, I want to just check the 2 that I'm using. It's important to note that the R700 renames your antenna ports when the antenna hub is enabled. For instance, antenna port 1 becomes ports 1 through 8, antenna port 2 becomes ports 9 through 16, and so on. I'm going to clear the antennas box and manually type in 1 and 4, separated by a comma, which correlates to the ports on my antenna hub, and click Save. Now, on the home screen, go to the top and press the play button to start reading UHF RFID tags. As you can see, our tags are being read and our antenna hub LEDs are blinking on our enabled antenna ports. If you scroll to the right in ItemTest, you can even see which antenna is reading which RFID tag, which can be helpful in certain applications. Thank you so much for watching this video all about setting up and using the Impinj R700 Antenna Hub. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more RFID videos just like this one.